Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield. I'm a professional dancer, professional dance choreographer, and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States. And this is the Street Woman Fighter Season 1 Megacrew Challenge. So I'm going to take a look at all 7 Megacrews from the first season of Street Woman Fighter. I have not seen any of them, nor do I know who won within the Megacrew Challenge specifically. So this is going to be really fun for me. I'm very excited about it, and you know, let's just go ahead and let's get into it. Let's go! We got Want. Turn up the music! Chris Brown! I like the outfits here. Came on. Turn up the music if they try to turn us down. Turn up the music, can I? Yeah! Fun! This feels like a party, which is great. Woo! Yeah! Emma's movement quality is insane! I wish I could do what she could do! Nice, she came down just a tad bit labored there. Normally I see people do a lot of footwork here, which I'm seeing some of it here. Yeah. I do have a lot of people here, which is great. I know a lot of people affiliated with 1 million in this crew. Woo! Fun! That's your feature? Maybe, yeah? What do you think, dancers? Yeah! Fun! Yes! Wow! Nice! Fun! Wow, her plie is deep! Very fun. Yeah. I'm just a fan of the song. I love the song a lot. They're matching the energy. They're doing a good job matching the energy. They are doing a lot of unison, but some of their formation choices are fun. I like the features they've picked as well. Very strong, match, and bring and elevate the energy to where you need it to go. Fun! That was really enjoyable. I love that. Really enjoyable. I like that one. Okay, let's take a little dip back here. This, like, you know, they're setting up nice little party vibe here. It's super fun. Which was good. I like it. And they had a definite finish too. I think this one they also ended up cutting into the audience a little bit more, which, you know, but that happens sometimes. I like the curtain, and then you have all of your dancers here. That looks like Waxy. I don't know if it is or not. I didn't read that she was in this, but maybe she is. I don't know. But, I mean, anyway, y'all can tell me. I like how you have your dancers face the back, and then that helps you, because psychologically, when you have somebody who's looking a certain direction, you naturally want to look where they're looking whenever you're, like, observing them. So it's cool that everybody faced the back, because it was very easy for us to know, oh, we need to focus our attention to that back energy. My big note overall for this crew is a lot of their movement kind of bled over into the entire thing. Now, they only use 1 track, so you can run that risk whenever you do a 1-track Megacrew. Sometimes it will help you because you're not going to run into that, ooh, this disconnects, ooh, the mashup isn't quite creative, or we feel that it's not the kind of energy that needs to be brought here. And you're not going to run into the disconnecting of the styles with your music as much, but you therefore run that risk of your movement kind of over repeating, like your fingerprints and your grooves and your timbre choices and how you execute parts of your music start to overlap and repeat. And that's always the biggest issue with these. But I love the build up here. So you started with your small group, and then you have my other groups, they branched back. So you had about half of them went back here and joined. and then you still have your front grip. I really love the setup of this formation from the front here. Yeah, so it's just having right here too, like you still, now it's a more refined formation, which I love. This is fabulous. It's symmetrical. I'm a fan of symmetry for sure, especially in the aerial cam. The aerial cam shows all. It really does. You know, I mean, it is unfortunate sometimes whenever we see a really cool angle, we end up sacrificing other aspects that we could have enjoyed of the Megacrew. But I really do love the camera work of this one. It's good. Emma is so aggressive in her groove. It makes me so envious that she can move her body like that. I wish I could move with that level of fluidity and range. Her range is disgusting in the best way possible. She's so captivating. Like, that's so good! Oh my gosh! Part of me wishes Emma did Latrice's Click Like choreo. I wish she did. I think she would have approached it in such a way. I'd be like, oh my god, right? But you know what? Maybe. We'll see if she ever did. I like this lift where you have somebody in the back here. She's just kind of living her best life, and then you have the columns on the side. So far they've done a fabulous job. Like, I didn't see that either time. I didn't notice they were prepping for that lift, which is great. I love that. Now here, this is my only note. She comes up and she marches down. It doesn't look like she chose to go at that speed. I think it was I'm gonna fall if I don't move this fast. Which, she didn't fall, and she was stable, but you could just tell that she, like, that wasn't going on music at all. It was just, we're doing this lift, and we're gonna move on to the next thing. Which is good. It's fun. It's a party. It works. This was fun. I like the fact that they did unison. Here's the first unison section that we're seeing, I think, right? In the formation, that da-da-da-da with that heels, those were fun. The melt, fun. I know they did the camera zoom in, so I don't know what dynamic they did there, but I really like the boom, boom, boom. Yeah, and then boom, that little lift, and it causes the basket run. I love the choice of how they peeled that out. That to me would be an acceptable basket run. But then, you know, it would be nice, you know, after we kind of establish the basket run, they either get off quickly, or they do more of a they do something, a groove that integrates themselves better into going off stage. Fun. And then we have a feature here, right? That little very nice. Love the feature choice here. Yeah, I love it. There's a lot of information happening. This is very fun, very enjoyable. Ooh. Yeah. Nice. I think that wasn't as clean, just that content right here. Just what they did, I feel like that wasn't as in unison as it needed to be. It's also not centered. Look, so you have your group back here, and then you have here. It's either the camera is angled diagonally and this is what's happening, or they're not centered if I'm looking straight on. So we're just gonna assume it's a camera issue. It's not an actual formation issue. But I love that where they go da-da-da-da-da-da. So they did like a V, right? But it was a tiered and multi-layered V. It was really nice, and you had your person, and they changed how they chose to go about it. So I really think with the features, they did a great job doing the style that best represented their feature, which is really fun. I love that. I love what she's doing here. It's doing great. Boom. That dip, and then bringing it around. Yeah, that looks like Waxy to me. Or it's just somebody who looks really similar to her. I don't know. But that was fun. Go down. They mix Vogue with whacking, which a lot of times people enmesh the two. We should know that they are two different cultures, two different communities, two different battle communities. But it is really cool that they mix them together. And they mashed up the music, or they mixed the music, not mashed it. They mixed the music to where it really helped integrate those styles well. Nice breather moment. Everybody's facing different directions. It's super fun. Do you see how deep her plie is? Goodness gracious. Just the level, the deep V that she has is crazy. Mad impressive. And Asian, like, what do we call this? We call this the Asian squat. I cannot put my heels down on the ground like that. I'm always so impressed when people can do that. I'm working on it. I would like to one day. I love what's happening. I believe there's something happening in the columns. I wish I could have seen what that was, but I like the walk up. That's super fun. Yeah, I feel like my dancer in the very front, I feel like she's doing the choreo, but she's not attacking it with that kind of presence that normally a front center gives. When a lot of people use Kirsten from Royal Family or Kirsten from Jam Republic in this context, I feel like she's center dancer energy. Does that make sense? So like a lot of times in Royal Family, she would be the center dancer, and the energy that she would bring, that's what creates that natural captivation with the camera work, right? So here, we naturally were drawn to our dancer right here in the center, and we didn't really, like, her energy is not promoting like, yeah, like that attack. That's helping us get to the end, you know what I mean? And I think that's my only note for that, but it's clean, it's fun. I like the unison section that they did again, because we're not seeing so many unison sections in this. There's a lot of diversity happening. I think this was a great add-on where you started from the front and it tailored off to the back. Whee! That was super great. I love that. And it's clean. And back into the unison. You know, do I think that maybe having some levels introduced while they were doing the unison? Possibly always. I'm always going to recommend that. And we can't sit here and say the time crunch. La Chica did it. So if there's a crew that did it and showed us that they did it, every crew could have that same level of expectation of they could have also done it too. They all had the same amount of time, you know? So I'm so glad I saw who I saw already, because it's like, when you do a lot of unison sections, I'm going to say this, like if you're not having overly complicated choreography, but you're doing it in unison, a lot of times you're going to have people scrutinize your difficulty of your content. If you have difficult content that you're demonstrating and hitting different musicality pockets in your song, that makes sense why you're not doing other dynamics to compensate for that, right? But if you're doing something simple, like their movement is not quote unquote simple, but it's intermediate. It's not like advanced, crazy, oh my goodness, this is something that not many people can do. Does that make sense? And that's what I'm talking about when I speak on that. But they don't stay in there too long either. I feel that, you know, just they did make great choices of our dancers going to the floor and then having my features in the top. Like having my main girls at the top. Super fun. I love, it's very big, and you have my surprise dancer there. Super fun here. And they all come up, they finish, 6, 7, that peel out, super fun. They had a definite finish as well. I love that. I would say, this is definitely one of their better performances that I've seen. This was fabulous. Loved it. That was great. Okay, all in all, if I'm gonna vote on this one of where I would place this one, I would probably, because right now I'm watching these in the order I have it on my playlist, I would probably put this one really close. I would probably put it very similar to where Cocoa and Butter would be placed. Because they had, I really liked a lot of their content and what they did, and I would say what Cocoa and Butter didn't do, they did, and vice versa. So I would kind of put them really similar, and I think they have similar fan bases. But y'all let me know, correct me if I'm wrong on that. I don't know. This was a couple years ago, right? So I have no idea the dynamics of the fan bases of anything with the show. But yeah, I would put them very similar in tier to each other, in how they would have been scored for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more Street Woman Fighter content, season 1 and season 2, I will have it on my Patreon as I edit these. If you're watching this on YouTube, good chance this has already been out for a week to 2 weeks already, earlier, prior to the release of this here. And so if you're somebody that wants to get in on the action as it happens, Patreon is a great place to look. But if you're totally fine with being patient and waiting it out, it will show up here eventually. I will say there's a couple things from season 1 that are blocked from YouTube. YouTube just doesn't want me to upload it here. So I do have some blocked content from the first season, like I believe as of right now I have a K-pop challenge, YGX versus Want. That is not playable on YouTube, but it is on Patreon. If you really want to see my thoughts on that one, you can check it out there. But yeah, thank you guys again, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.